What's going on, everybody? Max Loves Longboarding here, and I'm bringing you another video. This is the first type of video that I've done like this, where I'm going to be actually building a setup and talking about it. As many of you have already read in the title, this is all about revitalizing one of my downhill longboards and making a directional wedge setup. The purpose of that is I'm trying to progress in my downhill skills with lower angle slides, going faster, taking corners, and all that sort of stuff. So from what I've heard from other riders and from what I've just seen on the internet, having a directional setup like this where the front truck has a higher degree than the back truck, and each truck, there's harder bushings in the lower degree truck in the back and softer bushings in the higher degree truck in the front. That adds to a much more stable setup. But also you're gonna have a lot of turn and a lot of lean from that front truck where you have the soft bushings. I don't know how to explain the science behind it, but I just know that this is gonna be a lot better for going fast and progressing on my lower angle slides where I'm not completely 180ing or shutting down, and I can really take corners and such a lot faster. So without further ado, let's look over what I'm working with today. All right, so to get a little closer look at what we're working with today, I got my 2020 Pantheon chiller. Got the old grip tape on it still, but definitely been riding this board a lot the past 2 years. Gonna be re-gripping that today with some 36 grit locked in from Seismic. I've never tried this grip tape before, and I've always heard really good things about it. I think it's probably one of the stickiest grip tapes on the market. One of the, I guess by sticky, I mean it sticks your foot to the grip tape and you're not gonna really move much. So hopefully this is gonna be very confidence inspiring. Then I've got my Supreme Hogs over here in pink. As many of you have probably seen, I have a review of these on my channel. Really love these wheels for glove down slides, and that's what this setup's all about. So I'm super excited to throw these on there. Next, I have my Paris trucks. These are both 165 millimeters. I've got one 50-degree truck, and then I've got one 43-degree truck. That's what's gonna create the wedging effect for this directional setup. And that's what the main point of this whole setup is gonna be. And finally, I have my bushing pack and I have my hardware. Mirskate is selling these bushing packs right now where you can spend like $32 or $33 and get 4 different duros of bushings. I got the medium pack, so it comes with two 90A HPF double barrels, two 87A, two 85A in yellow, and then the orange 81As, and it comes with a couple different types of washers. And then these are some 93A Venom HPF double barrels that I ordered back in the day that I might be incorporating into this setup. I'm gonna be playing around with the bushing duros a lot when it comes to this directional wedge setup. So this is gonna vary as time goes on, but we'll see what I end up putting on there tonight. And then I have 1/4-inch hardware, 1/4-inch, yeah, I forget, not flats, just round top screws, whatever you want to call them. And then I have some 1/4-inch riser pads to throw on there. I definitely plan to run some big wheels on this setup, even bigger than 70 millimeters in the future. So I just want to go ahead and have some bigger risers on there to begin with, so it's easy to switch to bigger wheels. So yeah, this is everything that I'm working with tonight. So let's get building it. All right. So first things first, I have to get all of this old grip tape off of my Pantheon chiller. This is the original grip tape that it came with when I ordered this deck almost 2 years ago. I had some mob grip tape over the places where my feet go for about the past year, and that kind of wore off and I already took it off. So what was under there, this is all the original stuff. I know it's got this cool mountain design with the line going down it. But you know, I think it's time to just take all this old stuff off and re-put locked in all the way down. The only piece that I'm not gonna take off is the actual kicktail piece. because I think that will serve just fine for what I need it for, and I really never going to be like using this for slides very much. So the locked-in is just going to go where these pockets are. So yeah, the best method that I found to removing old grip tape is to heating up one side of the board with a hairdryer for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. And once it gets hot enough and starts peeling off, then you just slowly peel all the way down until it's all gone. So I'm going to speed this up so you guys aren't sitting here for an hour watching me do everything. So yeah, let's get this started. All right, so there we have it. All of that old grip tape minus the kicktail is finally off of this board. You know, it took a couple minutes to get off. I feel like since it was so old, I would heat up one section and it would pull off, and then it would just rip straight off. So there was like 3 or 4 times where I had to reheat the same section I had previously been trying to pull off from top to bottom. So that might just be because this is a really old deck and this grip tape isn't super fresh anymore. But it's really weird to see it without the grip tape now because it came gripped. There's still a really sticky adhesive all the way down it. So I'm gonna go get a paper towel and maybe some water, or I don't know, some type of safe, safe liquid that might be able to get off that adhesive. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab that and then we can get to re-gripping the board, which is the next step. So I ended up grabbing some paper towels and some rubbing alcohol. I heard this was safe to use on wood. I'm hoping it's not gonna really affect my board too much. I'll wipe it off right after anyways, and a lot of it's gonna evaporate. So just gonna rub the surface of the deck down where the adhesive still is, where the old adhesive still is. So let me just... So, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it for now. The alcohol sort of worked. It got some bigger sections of adhesive off. It's still definitely sticky all the way down, but we're putting new grip tape on anyway, so I guess it's fine if it's sticky. The sections that don't have grip tape over it will eventually work themselves out over time. So yeah, let's start putting this grip tape on. Never ridden locked-in before, so you know, just gonna see how it feels. Heard really good things about this stuff though. I think I'm gonna put just this one piece here from the front micro drop down to about the middle, and then I'm gonna put another section on the back micro drop all the way from the back to the middle, and just to leave that little section in the middle open. We are ready to go. Just want to make sure there's no air holes in the spots you're pushing down. Just kind of take it a centimeter at a time when you're doing this type of thing. And I want to push down on every little section of grip tape that has glue underneath it multiple times. Because it's not fun to have little bubbles all over your grip tape. I mean, I know this locked in stuff's different because it has the cutouts in it already. But you know, let's see here. Still want to just be as precise as possible and make sure everything's sticking down. But oh my gosh, this stuff's really gritty. Pushing down with my thumbs on it right now, I'm gonna rub all the skin off. And you know, it's weird when you're gripping, I mean, when you're gripping a normal skateboard, there's not much concave, but when you're when you're gripping some of these downhill boards, they got all sorts of micro drops and different concave throughout the board. I mean, grip tape's very malleable, so it goes over the concave just fine, but you really gotta push down with weird angles to really adjust to that concave and those micro drops and everything else. You know? It's very satisfying though to grip a board. Don't be scared to grip your own board. I feel like when I first started longboarding, I was really terrified to ever try to grip boards or to assemble my own trucks or put new bushings in or switch out wheels even. It all seems so scary because you don't want to mess up. It's something that you're riding fast or doing tricks or anything on. If something falls off accidentally, you're going to get hurt. So when you don't know what you're doing initially, it can be scary to try to customize your setup. But you know, as time goes on and you do little by little, it's really rewarding to be able to customize each part of your setup and do it yourself and know that the board that you're riding was all assembled by you. So I think I just about have this front piece on. I'm just pushing out, smoothing out each little section again. Especially on the ends and on the sides. But yeah, the first piece is on. And if you haven't gripped a board before, you might be asking, what about these side pieces that are hanging off on the edges? Well, I'm about to show you how you fix that and how you get rid of that. So I get my handy dandy skate tool here. And I'm gonna kind of push down along the edge here with my fingers first, just to kind of bend it to the side. And then I'm gonna take this long skinny part of my skate tool and just rub down. And once you rub it down enough, and you kind of see a line going down it, and it's stuck on the edge, you can get some scissors and work your way down on the edge. Don't be scared to get really close to the edge of your board. Your board's gonna crash into curbs and all kinds of stuff, so some scissors cutting into the side a little bit isn't going to hurt it in the long run. All right, and don't be afraid to leave a little bit on the sides here and push down on the edge of your board on the rail. It's not gonna hurt anything. You can always get more grip tape too. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, on the other edge. Ladies and gentlemen, the front part of my new board, or my new, or not new, but my revitalized board is complete. Now I just need to put the same sheet on the back end. It's going to be the same exact process. So instead of having it go in real time and showing you, I'm just going to time lapse that as well so we can move on to putting on these trucks and wheels. So here's the time lapse. So I'm back over at the main station here. The board is fully gripped. As you can see, got a nice big patch where the front micro drop is all the way down to the middle, and got another big patch from the back micro drop all the way down to the middle. So super excited to see how this grip tape performs and how it locks my feet in, and to see if it actually stays on the board and if I did a good job. So the next step that we're going to be doing is putting on these new trucks from Paris. So let's get this thing started. Gonna throw in my hardware here. And I'm actually gonna be putting this on the smallest wheelbase of the Pantheon chiller. I know they don't make the Pantheon chiller anymore, at least this version. They have the, what's it called, like the Chasey or something now? It's like the Chiller Daisy mix, which has different wheelbases and different dimensions, of course. But this particular Pantheon chiller had wheelbase options of 26 1/4, 25 1/4, and 24 1/4 inches. I've never ridden on the smallest wheelbase before, but that's something I've been liking a lot more recently, is smaller wheelbases for downhill and freeride. You know, I've been riding this Sidewalker a lot. That's got like 19 3/4 inch wheelbase, and my Wolf Shark's got like a 23-inch wheelbase for free ride. So I don't know. When I first started longboarding, I loved a big wheelbase. Like one of the first downhill boards or free ride boards I got was off Facebook Marketplace. And that was the old Switch 42 from Land Yachts, which is a classic, awesome board. Got huge like micro drops. I don't even know what to call it. It's just huge pockets for your feet on that thing. It's super awesome board. But the wheelbase on it's like 32 inches or something crazy. So I don't even really ride that thing anymore because I don't know. I feel like it really limits you. You have to go really fast to slide. I mean, that thing doesn't have kicktails, so I guess it doesn't really matter for that type of stuff. But I don't know, just my riding style has really changed. What the heck? My riding style, oh my goodness, guys. They didn't punch the metal out of this all the way on this hole. Let's see if I can get it out. There it goes. That's crazy. I've never gotten a truck where the metal hadn't gone all the way through on the hole. That's why it wasn't going in. But here, now it should go on just fine. But yeah, I don't know, just big wheelbases aren't my thing anymore. I really like a smaller wheelbase, especially since I've started street skating and learning ollies and all that type of stuff. It's just a lot like more forgiving when you free ride with a smaller wheelbase too. I don't know, it just feels a lot more versatile. So let me just get all these little nuts on there. Okay. So I'm putting the 50-degree truck on the front. Both of these, like I said, are 165 millimeters. And you know, I've never ridden a split angle setup. I guess that I shouldn't be calling it wedged. It's a split angle setup. I guess it's kind of the same thing. I'm not using a wedged riser. I'm just using two different degreed trucks. So it's just a split angle setup. So yeah, I've never messed around with this or even ridden anybody else's split angle setup. So this is gonna be really interesting and I'm really excited. And of course, I'm gonna make my first impression of this setup and actually get some video of me riding it once the weather gets nice again. We had a beautiful day yesterday and I got to have like a 6-hour sesh with a couple club members up at the college. Did some downhill, did some street skating, had a really good time. It was the last nice, well I say nice, it was like 40 degrees and cloudy, which isn't amazing weather, but up here in upstate New York this time of year, that's, you know, that might be as good as you get for weeks at a time. And like right now, we just entered this weather slump where it was raining all day today, it's gonna be raining all day tomorrow, it's raining all day on Thursday, and then as soon as Friday comes, we're getting a cold front. It's gonna be like 7 degrees Fahrenheit Friday night, all the way through the weekend. So yeah, not the greatest skating weather for the next week or so, but I'm hoping by Sunday or Monday, the weather's gonna get nice again and I can get out and try this board, or at least try this new setup. You know, I'm getting to go snowboarding for the first time on Saturday though, so I guess that cold weather and that snow that might be attached to it is gonna be good. I live like an hour away from a mountain, so it's not gonna be a big trip or anything. I'm just gonna drive over there for my friend's birthday. And yeah, I'm gonna try snowboarding for the first time. So I'm hoping, since I've been doing downhill longboarding and stuff for like 3 years, that maybe that's gonna help me pick up snowboarding faster. We'll see. I've heard mixed things, but I'm excited to see what it's gonna be like. I recently started snow skating about 3 weeks ago. We've actually only had one good snow since I bought the snow skate, so I haven't got to do it much. And I think I got to snow skate for 3 days so far in total. And I mean, each day that I did get to snow skate, I really hit it hard and had a good time. And I was able to do some ollies and some shove-its and take the snow skate down some decent sized hills. So I've been having a good time on the snow skate. I think that's it's like a hybrid of a skateboard and a snowboard. So we'll see how that translates. So you can't really turn on a snow skate. You can't carve. You can slide. You can power slide on a snow skate and do little checks to turn, or you can do kick turns. But you can't carve on a snow skate. If you carve, you're either going to just power slide or you're going to catch an edge and then just stick straight into the ground. So I'd still recommend snow skating to all you guys if you live in a winter area and you like skateboarding or longboarding. You know, it's something fun to do when it's snowing and you can't take the longboard or the skateboard out. That's the main reason I got it. Here we go. Moving on to this back truck, this 43-degree truck. Super nice. The 43-degree trucks from Paris, I've never ridden them before, but they come with a flat washer and double barrel bushings. So definitely more downhill free ride oriented. So shout out to Paris for providing that type of hardware for their 43-degree trucks. Because I've ridden a lot of 50-degree Paris trucks, and shout out to them for also providing the right hardware for those. Those come with a cupped washer, and I'm blanking on the name, but it's like a more rounded bushing on the roadside, which is more carvy. And actually, that's what I have on my Sidewalker right now. And you can check my Instagram, or maybe by the time this is posted, I'll have some YouTube shorts of me free riding on the Sidewalker. But I'm doing some decent size stand-up slides on these 50-degree stock Paris trucks. They feel really, really smooth. I definitely want to experiment with some double barrels in them. I actually have some 88 Wheelco bushings, the Lucid Lemons, 90A, that I have kind of on the back burner right now. I haven't tried them yet because I'm waiting to do a first impression video with them, so I haven't switched to them yet. But that's going to be a future video coming, hopefully pretty soon. I also have the 88 Wheelco Moonwalkers that I also want to put on the Sidewalker once it warms up a little bit. So that's going to be like a double review. I'm going to try the bushings from 88 Wheelco and the wheels for free ride and street skating. I like to, just my favorite setup right now is the Sidewalker. I know it's not the best for street skating, but I can do little ollies on it and just slash around. So yeah, it's going to be a fun little review, a little double 88 Wheelco review. But anyway, I'm rambling a lot here. I hope you guys enjoy hearing me talk while I do this. I guess it's better than getting copyrighted for music or just watching me sit here awkwardly and quietly. So, almost done with this other truck. Oh man. The worst part about this right now is going to be finishing this setup, and it's going to be looking so beautiful to ride, and I'm just not going to get to ride it for like 5 days. And I'm probably just going to come in here in between work and school and just stand on it. Probably like 10 times a day. Drop a comment if you stand on your boards inside when it's nasty and you can't go out and ride. Unfortunately, I can't do anything crazy. Like, I have friends that practice snow skating inside, like practice their ollies and their shove-its and their flip, all their other flip tricks and stuff. But unfortunately for me, I have downstairs neighbors that have a baby, and I mean that's good on them. I'm not talking crap, but it just means I can't be super loud and practice ollies on my snow skate inside. But I'm a busy guy. I got other stuff to do anyway. Almost got this other truck done. There we go. Looking beautiful. Now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna put new bushings in this thing. So, from what I've heard on other videos and from other skaters that already ride split angle setups, you want to run really soft bushings in the front, because that's where you're going to really be turning from and having some nice lean and carviness. Ooh, getting that off. And then, let me slide this out. And then you want to have really hard bushings in the back truck, because that's what's gonna keep you stable. You're not gonna get speed wobbles, all that stuff. That's kind of scary. So, got this awesome bushing pack, like I said, from Mearskate. Shout out Mearskate. Got the Mearskate shirt on right now. What can I say? Been supporting Mearskate for quite a long time. Wasn't the biggest fan of their new website change. I feel like it's a little bit harder to navigate and a little bit, I don't know. I'm not talking trash on them either. I love Mearskate and love what they do for this community. I just wasn't a big, I really like their old website, so I was a bit bummed when they switched it up. But it's not a big deal. They can, they're doing them. They're successful, and I wish them nothing but the best, and I'm gonna keep ordering from them. All right, so I'm putting in these, I'm gonna start off, at least for my first ride, I'm gonna put these 85A Venoms in the front, these yellow bushings. Put that on the right way. I'm tripping out. think so. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah. All right, let's get. Did I might look like such a noob right now, but I think I put that on the right way, I hope. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Honestly, this might be stupid of me, but can you even get negative rake by flipping the hanger on these? I'm not entirely sure. All right, we're putting a flat washer on the front here. Alrighty. Just gonna give it a couple turns to tighten it down. Yeah, I don't know if you can get negative rake on these. I know with the calibers, you can flip the hanger and get negative rake, and it'll affect the ride. And I was really not paying attention to how this hanger was originally, but I don't even know if you can get negative rake on a Paris truck, so I'm not even gonna trip. I think we're good. All right, now I'm just gonna take off this back hanger on the 43-degree truck. And it already came with the flat washer, which dropped the bolt, or dropped the nut. There we go. Slide this off. Pop this. Let me check this one just to see if it looks different. Okay, I think I'm good. They are different, but I think I put it on the right way, so. Sliding this off. I don't know what the stock bushings are for Paris. I'm not sure what company that's from. I'm just gonna keep the same washer on both, so I'm gonna take this other, I guess it's the same. All right, so these are 93A HPF double barrels. Not from the bushing pack, just ones that I had from a previous order. Oh my gosh, okay. Slide this in. Stick that down. Put that in. Got our flat washer. You know, I hope that these 93A are going to be hard enough for the back. A skater that I know that I was talking to on Instagram earlier was saying that his first split angle setup, he did 95 in the back and 85 in the front, so it's almost the same, just this back one's going to be a little bit tighter. I mean, not tighter, a little bit looser, but a little bit softer. Hopefully it'll be all good. All right. Got that all straightened out. Beautiful. Tighten this front truck a little more. All right, all we got left is the wheels. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you might know how to put wheels on already. And putting wheels on is definitely the easiest component of building a board. There's nothing really hard about building a longboard. And in future videos, I'll go more in depth doing how to put wheels on, how to just put grip tape on, how to just put trucks on. But there's lots of videos out there that show you what's up with all that. And just don't be intimidated. You know, you'll know if you fucked up. You'll know if you messed up. You know, bleep that out. Oh boy. I am so beyond excited to ride this for the first time with all this setup. I haven't ridden my Supremes since I made that review actually, which was back like the beginning of January. I was down in Texas for a winter break from college, visiting some family. Beautiful. And it was really nice and warm there, and I got these for Christmas, these Supreme Hogs. So that's when I made my first review with them, or my first review ever. And yeah, I was riding them a lot down there, and then I went to Florida for 2 weeks, and it was completely flat there, so I didn't have a use to ride the Supreme Hogs. And then I got back to New York, where I live up here, when college started again, and it's been freezing. And I just didn't have really a setup to put these on. So even like my Easy Hogs were kind of gripping up on some of the hills a little bit. So starting to warm up a little more here and there. I know I just said it's gonna be like 7 degrees this coming Friday, but I don't know. We go like 1 week it'll be 50, 1 week it'll be like -12. So I guess it is a little bit all over the place. But once it gets a little warmer, that's when these Supremes are really gonna shine. As I said in the review with the Supremes, they slide a lot when you initiate them. The initiation's super easy, and a friend of mine was also agreeing with me in that they initiate like a snake basically, or even slidier than a snake. But you know, once you get into the slide, these Supremes have a lot more stopping power, and you can go around corners a little faster, and yeah, you can do, you know, you can just take these in speed more because you do get that extra grip. You won't slide off the road as easy with these. So it's going to be a nice little, I feel like it's going to be a great starter setup for starting to try to take faster lines and, you know, try to get into racing a little bit more and doing more downhill stuff. But, so yeah, this thing is looking really, really nice. Got the new grip tape on there. Got these beautiful split angle trucks now with different Duro bushings. Got these super nice Supreme Hogs. Man, I'm in love with this setup already, and I haven't even stepped on it yet. But yeah, I'll definitely have a video of me riding this very soon and giving my opinions on a split angle setup and how it's feeling and how it felt to transition to a split angle setup for downhill. And yeah, just a lot more videos are on the horizon. I appreciate all of you guys who are subscribing so far, and just for everyone who's supporting. You know, longboarding and skating is my biggest passion, and I'm gonna take this as far as I can. You know, I got dreams in the future to start my own company one day. So, you know, little by little, I'm just trying to, you know, get involved with this community and just, you know, spread knowledge, spread love, and yeah, you know, you guys being behind me and supporting me is what's gonna keep pushing me along. So thank you. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you like the video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.